Welcome to another Crypto CEO show. We have Ayman Syed with us today. He's founder and CEO at Trivio.me. He's bringing Web3 to the masses. He's a crypto entrepreneur and investor in Dubai. Spent some time in Canada, flying all over the place. Here, entrepreneur. This podcast is presented to you by podfire.com. If you want to start your own podcast, generate leads, investors, partners, you can go to podfire.com. We help you do that. Ayman, welcome to the pods. Tell us a bit more about yourself and what you're up to nowadays.
Thank you, Charles. Merci. Ayman Sayed, founder CEO of Trivo. A decade in the industry. I started as a believer, enthusiast, trader, got tracked. Uh, I'm a builder by nature. I like to build stuff. My background is economics and engineering. Did a decade in Canada. Did also my time in the States. Um, yeah, CEO, founder of Trivo, building for the last decade. Got tracked in 2017, 2018 season, obviously a noob in trading. And then I decided, obviously, to go to the industry as a builder. Started with one of a second tier exchange as a growth hacker. Grew up the ranks, started getting contracts to build products. 2021, I was a co-founder at Zamayo, a multi-chain wallet project. We did really good results. Literally, it was an experiment where we started from zero and got to over 30,000 holders at the peak, over 60,000 users, 29 Exxon listing, three centralized exchanges, second largest airdrop in the world, and that was purely growth hacking, just built on the experience as a builder. Made my exit in 2022. Obviously, an exit from a crypto startup is a whole story by itself. We can talk about it for multiple podcasts. Got into education via Grit Nova Campus for Entrepreneurs, a professional experiment where over 93 students came in into three cohorts to talk about building business on chain. My job was to give them the experience that I had building in 2021 from zero all the way to deployment, go to market listing, and so on, purely from a very practical perspective. We had two projects, two very serious big projects came out of these cohorts. One was listed last year, Skillful AI, May of 2024. And we have been building Thrivo, where I'm the CEO for the past 3 years. We've got some of the most brilliant minds, students, people that are hungry to change the world in terms of product, right? Changing the world not just by going and saying things, by translating that into a product that can be easy, that can democratize all of the tools that we have been using as enthusiasts in crypto, right? With decentralization, with the ability to transact globally, now with AI, to bring these tools to the average person, so that your neighbor, your friend, your grandmother, right? They can use all of these tools that we enjoy today in a very simple, understandable, and at the same time fun format. This is how Thrivo was born. We got the development team that we have been working together on multiple projects. We got it just so that we can reduce all of the risks, build that quickly, bootstrapping it. Then we opened our first investment round end of 2023 for just family and friends. Then this family and friends grew up to, the extended network, angels, people who, have a long-term view where the industry is going. They're like, guys, kudos to you. Let's push this forward. And recently we closed our first institutional equity round. We want to go all the way with this. So if you allow me, Charles, I want to showcase a quick video just to showcase Trivo in a very simple format. I hope you don't mind.
Go ahead.
All right, bro.
Let's see how long that is.
2 minutes. Where is it?
Yeah, let's not do 2 minutes for video. I think that'd be a bit too long for the purpose of that convo. I want to know how has it been for you to grow up in Lebanon and then to switch to Newfoundland? How was that transition?
I guess we'll keep the video for later. I'll keep it till the end, guys. Please watch till the end. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, to the story. I was born in Russia. Then my father was Lebanese. My mother is Russian. We moved in the early 90s to Lebanon. I had my childhood. Did an exchange program in the U.S. at high school. A lot of that affects a lot of the way that you think, right? Coming from Lebanon, which is at that time it was coming out of a civil war, right? There's not much this super entrepreneurship mentality at the time, and then you go into the States, you're seeing different ways people do business, how they interact with technology, with product. Then went back to Lebanon. Had my stint in with NGOs, tried to help. There was a 2006 war. Everyone, who can go and fundraise or write a proposal or figure out a solution. How can we take this country from the rubbles back in 2006? Uh, so at that time, I needed to go to university at the same time, but working and so many different interests. Uh, uh, got involved also politically, working with the prime minister's party at that time, at the highest level, at the youth level. An opportunity came to go to Canada, Newfoundland. What a great place! Very affordable, nice, remote, beautiful culture, beautiful nature. Uh, it seems a little bit counterintuitive, but it was very random. Just an internet search, applied for my visa, got accepted, got to university. I'm like, this is great, right? Uh, Remote, you can study there. It's a great party place, George Street. We had our little small startup, and that was kind of like our first attempt at doing something in technology, where we were building a platform for the local clubs. You can go in and find out what events happen there. We send the photographer, basically a glorified entertainment website. And then a promoter came in, give me the code, I want to use it. That was kind of the first attempt how the first experience of how to start a startup in Canada. And believe it or not, bro, like having a startup in Canada is more challenging than a lot of other places in the world, right? Like you always in Canada, people ask themselves, why don't we have more startups that are stuck here, right? Montreal is a good example. There's a lot of good startups, but overall, right, as soon as you grow a little bit big, you go down south to the States. You do not stay, right? And a lot of it due to the environment, right? The regulatory environment, the incentives that, I mean, startups are the new small and medium businesses, right? Like the small family business, because they can grow from something very small into something massive, right? And they bring massive benefits to the economy in terms of how many people you can hire, in terms of the improved efficiency in the products that you are bringing. Um, so yeah, stayed in Canada, also had my stint, university, hustling, had to go and pay the tuition and work multiple odd jobs. Had also a short stint on the political aspect in Ottawa, back in 2016, 2017. But I was thinking that all of this is not taking me anywhere. Like I can't start. We had a lot of great ideas for different startups and right, but it's very hard. You're just surviving in Canada. Like regardless of every increased dollar you make, you find another expense. It became very, 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 very difficult. One of my friends owns a retail business, told me, come back to Lebanon. I need your help. We need to create an e-commerce. We have a lot of stock. We need to start moving product online. Came back, helped him with that. Uh, Great start for what we did. Like we did a basically a glorified e-commerce website where any of the merchants can go in, right? Like a very simple version of what you think on I don't know, AliExpress, and very regional kind of thing. Lebanese 2019, things started collapsing in Lebanon financially. Funny enough, one of my professors in Newfoundland predicted that back in 2014, that, oh, we're just talking about Lebanon. And he's like, oh, Lebanon, the whole economy is a big Ponzi scheme. It's going to collapse. And that's what happened. 2019, economy collapses. Small businesses, online businesses started struggling, right? Exchange rates started, after years of the Lebanese lira, being about $1 to 1,500 Lebanese lira, it started slipping. Right, first 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. I had the honors, as an angry business owner that knows marketing, that knows campaigning, to participate in organizing a lot of the let's call it the events of the Lebanese protests, all documented. So I put one on YouTube, one video, and then I took it off. All documented, how it started, what people were thinking. Uh, when you go and do an act of rebellion in a country like Lebanon, you put yourself into trouble, right? And sometimes it's as serious as getting shot, sometimes as being harassed in a form that you have thugs that suddenly decide they want to fight with you randomly, right? And it happens on weird kind of occasions. uh, I was like, where do I go? Where do I go from here? Right? Not much prospect. Economy is collapsing. Not much prospect. Well, I guess Russia is the place to go next. And I moved to Russia. That's where my serious crypto journey started, where it moved from just being an enthusiast, somebody who likes this topic, into all right, let's build this, right? And I was very surprised about the crypto community ecosystem in the country. Like it was it's kind of like a super new thing. I was like, crypto is this easy in this country. Um, Worked with an exchange. Also had to go through like a 3-hour exam with the they were taking it very seriously, right? And That's where I learned the business. And I can say my former boss, he taught me a lot about how the business works, the ins and outs. And I decided to go on my own. Right, got a contract from a cloud mining company where I met my co-founder back in Zam, and they're like, why are we building for somebody else? Right? Like we know this stuff. Let's build it for ourselves. And that's how the story of Zam started.
Right, and that was in 2020-ish that you officially launched your first.
2021. Yeah, 2021 we launched Zam. It was kind of like the first exposure to the crypto world. We know how to build product. And it was kind of like a shock. It was kind of like a learn by trial.
Right, and
Um, and
that was
if I
one
want to
year,
say,
yeah. But why so short?
it took between coming up with the idea and going to market, it took about 7 months.
Right,
A
and
little
what
bit more.
happened to Zam? Why did you leave specifically?
Why did I leave? I didn't want to leave. It was a very public feud that we had between three founders. I had the smallest share. I was basically, they started the project 2 years ago, completely different idea. And then they're like, basically they wasted $500,000. I came in, guys, let's rewrite everything from the white paper to the concept. Or they're like, all right, here's some equity in this company if you wanna do it. And that's how the story started. I had the smallest share. Once you start having success in this industry, then that's when we talk about all of the different things about exiting a startup, right? Because it starts with a lot of it starts with good faith between partners and all of that, and then the money and the greed and right, all happens. So I was pushed out. Thankfully, all of the investors came in, wrote like it was a very public. We let everything public. Why is this all happening? And in front of all of the community. And thankfully, I kept everything, delivered everything to the community. That when I started Trivo, they came with me. The very first investment, the very first staff was from a hardcore user back from the Zam days. and this is how it continued. 3 years building Trivo from the concept of in 2022. Now we're 2025 mid-year. We built a super solid team, over 23 contributors. Over half of them are full-time, and then there are part-time, and there are contributors from the community as well, developing with us. Been a crazy journey, where, if we think we know everything, we learned a lot of new things, and every market, every season is different, right? So it was interesting.
And how is Trevo different? What's the main value add here?
Trivo is a very interesting concept in a way that we are trying to reimagine what does the internet mean. So if we think about the new internet, right? The new internet is where value flows freely, where AI is in everyone's disposal, right? It empowers everyone. It's a world where the creators of value, so if you're contributing, if you're putting value out there on the internet, you are supposed to be rewarded, where you can build communities that flourish, and where the power of the internet is truly democratized. So we are here as a next generation platform where every individual can create their own economy via tokenization, where they can leverage AI for unprecedented creativity, and where you can build thriving communities. And that cycles back to our mission, where we want to put in powerful tools, Web3 AI, in the hands of the regular person, right? Your neighbor, and so on. There are four key components to Tribo. One is the smarter profiles that are powered by AI agent swarms. And the idea here is to create for anyone in the world to be able to create his own companion that reflects his own values, his own way of thinking, voice if he wants, emotions, attributes, and so on. So you as a creator can create your small avatar and basically give it capabilities to do different stuff, from delivering content in new ways rather than just create a video, to having you present in different spaces, commenting on different posts, right, with your style, with your ideas, your values, and so on. And not only that, if you train your agent to have different capabilities, for example, the ability to generate certain songs, certain types of songs, others can go and hire that agent so that they can use. You're basically sharing these capabilities and earning in return. The second component of Thrivo is the ability to create tokens. So we want you to be able to transform your value into a token. You can easily issue and trade fan tokens, meme coins that has real world utility within your ecosystem. So how do you deliver your utility to the ecosystem? Takes us to the third component, the ability to customize your profile pages with different functionalities. If you think about, for example, a model, she might want to have her feed, her media videos, and right, and maybe a wish list. But a trader might want to customize this page so that his third tab might be a copy trading, a portfolio element. The fourth tab might be his trading view charts, right? So every different contributor is delivering his utility in a different way. We want you to be able to customize your profile page so that it satisfies your audience, your niche, and so on. And the very fourth component is, how do we create a better system of discovering these creators? Today, we are getting basically learning about new creators from promoted posts, that creators go home, promote a post, and then you see it. It's kind of an intrusive experience, right? Because you didn't necessarily ask for that. What is a better way? Well, we incentivize the user to go and search and discover these creators by creating gamified quests that have rewards for the users. Rather than, let's say you are a small business and you want to promote your products, rather than having to promote a post and most people will skip it or try to avoid it, people will go and have to watch it so that they get a reward in return. You can ask them for engagement, for follows, for recommendation, referrals, and so on. So it's a much more gamified way for users to discover creators and for creators to go in and reward a potential community. Trivo is a monetization powerhouse where if we think about the different tools, how you can monetize from the token gated experience. For example, I want one of my tabs to be token gated. Only if you have my token, you have your wallet connected, you have the token, you get that experience. You can monetize via tips, so people can tip you directly with crypto. And you can monetize with something like a wish list. So let's say you are a creator that is fundraising for a certain goal or an item that would improve the experience, right? You can do so. The entire experience is built to be social from the ground up, meaning that we wanted to have the simplest onboarding experience. And what better than social that we use today? I mean, if you think about all of the different apps that we use on the phone, social takes a big time of our day. People know how to use it. So to reduce this learning curve, right, we can approach it from a social way where it's basically crypto with friends, with the AI element, right, with all of the different social features and functions that people love and use every day, all under one simple application. Trivo is available on 3 platforms today in beta. We're talking Trivo Web from any browser, mobile and desktop. Trivo on Android, native experience with a built-in wallet, and the latest addition is Trivogram, which is our mini app on Telegram, where we bring in some of the newest functionalities before we move them natively. There's one more thing, just a little bit about the numbers that we have already achieved in terms of traction on Trivo. Over 61,000 users have tried Trivo, over 20,000 monthly active users, over 100,000 community, over 2 million interactions that happened on the platform. And remember, guys, we're still in beta. There is basically about 50% of all of the components that are already deployed. It's a great project. Check it out. Trivo is in 135 countries today. Trivo.me. You can try any of our 3 products and on board, have your first step in the world of Trivo to be part of the revolution. The word Trivo has a very specific meaning. It means revolution, Web3 evolution or revolution, depending of how you wanna look at it. We wanna revolutionize how, when we say revolutionize, it means bringing to the masses. It making it super simple, right? The way people interact with crypto and AI. With AI, don't use prompts, make it as a game. People know these mechanics via gamification, right? Everyone knows how to create avatars in Call of Duty, right? On the crypto side, everyone knows how to use a banking app, or at least I hope, right? So if we can bring these tools down to this level of easiness to the masses, I think we have a great project ahead of us.
Great. That was Ayman and Charles for